going on, jerk faces? It's your boy Andy, and you're watching Nocturnal Transmissions, brought to you by the Circle of Jerks podcast. Conversation you could be having during the day, but having at night. Yes, we're back streaming for you. Of course, we are doing it without Robert because I have fired him. That's right, you heard me. I'm not messing around this time. He is gone, out of here. Just messing up too many times. You give a guy a chance. There's only so many times you could allow him to screw you over. No, of course. Obviously, I'm joking around. Oh, there it is. A little bit more human. Yeah. Yeah, Robert, he had commitment he couldn't break. So he will not be joining us tonight. We were supposed to do a live tape, but I got busy with some editing yesterday. Just had a really crazy work day, so it all kind of went sideways, and we both kind of forgot that we were supposed to do. But regardless, here I am, live streaming by myself. Just those of you watching, keep me company a little bit. Pose some questions that I might pad this time with some more discussion, other than the topics that I did want to address, or if you saw notification, the things I wanted to talk about. But I guess before I get into that, I will just kind of let you guys know, fill you in on what I did over the weekend. Let's see. It actually started Friday. Me and James actually went out to Perch here in LA. It's like a restaurant bar. We turned it into a lounge later in the evening, and it has a pretty nice view of downtown. It's not crazy high up. I think it's only 14 stories. Well, the restaurant's on top of a 14-story building in downtown, and one of the vantage points is it overlooks Pershing Square. It's a park in the heart of downtown, and it has like a nice cityscapes, the buildings, the lights, and everything. So we went to that. It was a good time for one of our friends' girlfriends. It's her birthday, and we hadn't met her prior, I guess. So she's a new girlfriend. So we were just going out there to support the homie, and also to kind of get a once over, and kind of give like the homie stamp of approval. And yeah, she was a down chick. Really cool. She was in the, I believe, medical field. I don't remember. Oh no, she wasn't in the medical field. She was a social worker. And so, but she was, cool, good people. I remember talking with her, just cracking a few jokes, and yeah, she seemed like a really down to earth. So in my book, I don't know about, I've got to ask James about this, but at least in my book, homie approved. What Well, that encompasses Friday. Saturday, Saturday, I got together with homeboy Rob, and we did some filming for his show Up by Uptown. So, so there will be an Up by Uptown episode this coming Thursday. So don't forget to click the subscription icon uh, and hit the bell notification so you know when that video goes up. And recommendation here: if you're into old school video games and would like to get, would like to enjoy, particularly Legend of Zelda, because that's what the game is playing right now, and just come and check it out. Uh, yes. Oh, during our filming, we did go and have dinner, and we had what we had probably the best chili dog I've had in a really long time. And I know, that sounds like that might seem like hyperbole, um, or it could just be my opinion, but it was a really damn good chili. No beans, because everyone knows chili with beans is garbage. Um, but yes, it was at this restaurant called Carney's in like Studio City ish, Studio City neighborhood, and it might be familiar, or it might ring a few bells for you. But the restaurant is in an old rail car. Yeah, it's the restaurant's in an old rail car, and there are various train theme. There's various train themed decor, like pictures of trains and blueprints of trains and stuff. And yeah, we had just set up, and it was still kind of early. And Rob turned to me and was like, "Hey, what do you want? Want to have dinner now, or do you want to have dinner later?" And I actually hadn't had dinner, or I haven't really had anything thus far. I had maybe like a cup of noodles for lunch. That was like really early, or not. That was it was like an early lunch, like around 11:30, and so I said, "Yeah, actually, I'm kind of hungry right now, so let's go eat." And so he asked, and then he kicked the question back to me and said, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" And it was uh, it was it wasn't as bad as, say, between a guy and a girl, like, particularly in a relationship. The guy constantly asks, like, "What do you want to eat?" And like, the girl's just, "I don't know, whatever." Then you start offering suggestions, and they're like, "No, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't eat that." Even though they said, like, "I don't know, I don't." But it went a little bit, and it went a lot more smoothly than if it was probably between Rob and his girlfriend. Just keep it between you and me. He did say that it went a lot quicker than uh, what he experiences with his girlfriend. So we're trying to decide, and I based the only thing I said to him was uh, anything's good except for pho, because I had it a couple of days before. So first he offered, first he suggests this restaurant bar that he frequents called Pineapple Express, and I've been with him there multiple occasions. I didn't necessarily feel like going there. And then he offers, and then he suggests Tommy. And that kind of got, and then I kind of perked up a bit. Actually, chili does, chili burger, it doesn't sound too bad. And then he says, then after that, he says, oh, and I tell him this, and like, oh, chili sounds good. And then he comes back with, well, if you really like chili, there's this place with really good chili dog. And so that's how we ended up at Carney's. Man, does it not disappoint. Um, uh, I got the Carney dog, which is the chili with mustard and chopped onions. Boy, but I got that's the regular Carney dog. But there's also a little bit spicier one with red eye chili. That's what I got. Boy, howdy, was it good. I only had one, but I definitely could have. It was that good. And and maybe you guys are hearing this and you're just thinking, oh, you only say that because you're really you're food deprived, and so anything. No, this was exceptionally tasty. So if you're ever in LA, particularly uh, southern, southeast Valley area, like Studio Cities, go check out Carney. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. And so that was my. So yes, I hope you do go check it out. Um, on Sunday, my cousin who's in the Navy was in town with his family, with his kids and his wife. So we had kind of an impromptu family gathering. I know, just man, I can't believe it, but only just a week prior was my niece's birthday. So uh, it was amazing that my family, my immediate family, and my extended family, to a certain extent, were all able to come out and see my cousin and his kids and his wife. It was a good time. Um, we were just chilling at my aunt's house, and playing with the kids, or I was playing with the kids because I'm the fun uncle in my family, and so all the kids love me, and so they always want to play with me. And so I was spending time with them, playing. I don't know uh, why, but my nieces and nephews still love that the face swap app or application. So we were just constantly doing face swaps the whole night. And then towards the end, um, when everyone was leaving, and then I was about to make my way out too. My nephew, the ones I haven't seen in a great while. They like stopped me at the doors, like, "Oh, where you going? No, you have to play a little bit more." And I was like, "Okay, how long do I have to, how long do I have to play with you guys?" And then the youngest, my nephew, he was. I told him, "Oh, okay, what time should I go home then?" And he gives out these non times. It's like 10.99. I was like, that's not a time, bud. That's a price. And so I was like, asked him again. It's like, oh, what time should I go home? Maybe 30 minutes, an hour. And then he just gives that. I was like, okay, fine, 9.99. And then afterwards, like, okay, how about I stay here at least another 30 minutes? And deal. It's like, deal. So like, I was sitting on the couch, and then he just like kind of like a little puppy. He starts like, he comes and snuggles with me, and I got I have to admit it was probably the cutest thing, cutest damn thing I've ever seen. So I spent a little bit more time with him. some reason the face paints break out, and they start painting on my face. It was a great time, just family bonding. And, yeah, it's a shame that I don't really get to see them too often. Uh, but it was a good time. This is probably one of the last times I'll see them, at least for a while, because their dad, my cousin, is gonna get restationed to North Carolina. So he just switched up jobs within the Navy, so he's gonna be restationed in North Carolina. Although that would give me good reason to go see them. Then I can go get some Carolina barbecue. You know what I'm saying? So win-win. Um, so yes, that concludes what I did this weekend. I hope you were riveted by the detail, enthralled by the charm. Yeah. Well, yeah. There are a couple things. I don't know. There are a few things I wanted to talk about. I mean, you see the title, Rob being fired. Um, I guess first thing I'll talk about is this interview from this woman who most of you have probably heard about it going around the news right now. But this woman was saying that you should get permission to change a baby's diaper, and most of you, myself included, would, I think, have a similar reaction. What are you talking about? How can a baby give consent? That just sounds like utter jackassery. And and I'm inclined to agree with y'all there. Because it does sound a little absurd. Lights out. Sorry about that, guys. Thought I was being clever. I'll yeah. So how does a baby give consent? That just sounds like utter jackassery. Um, and there are a lot of uh, out there, kind of mocking this woman. And but then it wasn't until I saw this Gavin McInnes video where he gave he kind of did like a little translation, and pointed out that the woman said a culture of consent. He said, she didn't say like, oh, we should all have to get consent from babies before taking the diapers, or wiping the schmutz off their face, or or giving them a bath. But yeah, Gavin McInnes, he zoned in on a key word in her sentence, which was a culture of consent. And I think he did a really good job of translating, clarifying what she meant. And he gave an example of if he had a daughter, and asking for a hug or asking for a kiss. She says no, then to than to comply with her with her refusal. So she understands, like, oh, you don't have to do it. You could say no, and your wishes should not be your wishes should not be cast aside. And I was thinking about that, and that makes a lot of sense. Of of the culture of consent, because I think I started doing this particularly with my nieces for a while now, whether consciously or unconsciously. But when I see them, I always, I say, "Hey guys, how you doing? It's been a long time. Can I have a hug?" With my arms wide open. And some of my nieces, I spend a little bit more time with them than others. Oh, and just for clarity, I have friends who have kids, and I just call me Uncle Andy. So I just refer to them as my nieces. Um, so when I say niece, I mean any young girl related to me, or I have a very close tie to, for just simplicity. So yeah, so some of my nieces I don't see as often. So even though I'm favorite uncle for I think 99% of them, that 1% I'm still working. That 1%, yeah, that 1% still. But yeah, but whenever I see them, I was, oh, can I have a hug, please? Excuse me. And they'll initially turn me down, but when they do that, I just go, okay, maybe in a little bit, and then after a little bit, I start engaging with them, maybe playing games, or just playing make believe, and then and then and so then again, during the play, during our play, I'll request again for a hug, and sometimes after that time they have to warm up to me, then they will give me. Other times they'll go no, and then I'll go, okay, let's just keep playing. And so without really thinking about it, I was starting to cultivate that culture of consent, because I, because Gavin McGinnis said there's nothing wrong with what that woman said, like the culture of consent, because like, yeah, as you were saying that if he had a daughter, he would want to instill in her, like, you don't have to do anything because an older person says you have to do, or someone who's in authority. And so that, I was, wow, that's so it doesn't sound as crazy, at first blush. That statement that woman said, about getting consent to change a baby's diaper, but she would have actually said, it's about creating a culture of consent, and in that sense, I think it's completely reasonable. I mean, maybe you guys might think, like, oh, Andy's gone soft, you're completely out of your mind. Well, that's your opinion. This is my opinion. So if you think I'm wrong, just put it down in the comments. Uh, if you think that I'm just completely twisted, or lost it. So that is for that topic. Um, Man, I don't want to burn through the topics that I have. It's different because usually I have Robert here, sounding board. He can go on with his thing, whatever he wants to say. Kind of don't want to burn all of my topics too quickly. Uh, no, it's been a really well, not really. There's a lot of there are a lot of things. There's a Santa Fe shooting, and the thing with North Korea, they talking tough and didn't saying that threatening to pull out of the meeting in Singapore if America and South Korea didn't end their annual military exercises. I think that's just a lot of blustering. I think Kim Jong Un doesn't want to be seen as a pushover, especially since there are a few people tweeting whatever about kind of comparison between Obama and Trump, how under Obama, those sailors from the Navy were captured and held and paid like $1 billion for them. But the three hostages in North Korea, we got them for free. For Kim Jong Un, he doesn't want to seem like he's a pushover, especially when whether it's legitimate paranoia or not, he's afraid of being deposed and being taken out and replaced. Uh, but I'm pretty sure that the talks are still going to happen. Of course, I don't know exactly what's going to be accomplished, but whether it'll be complete de-escalation or denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula or not, because I'm pretty sure Kim Jong Un isn't a fool, and I'm sure he remembers what happened to Gaddafi after he gave up his nukes. So so again, he's no fool. So he's gonna keep that in mind when going to the table to negotiate. Um, oh, I would wax poetic and try to go deeper into the whole North Korea thing, but I haven't really been following it that much, so I can't really speak about it that that in depth. Until I do, just um, oh, well, yeah, everyone knows about the shooting that happened in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Um, but I was surprised because there isn't too much coverage or too much being said by rifle shooters, which was interesting. But today I did see, I forget where I saw it. Was it Twitter? Maybe Facebook. But apparently, uh, the former porn star Mia Khalifa, uh, who lives in Texas, decided that there would be no enough is enough. There's been enough dead children. So she turned over her gun. I believe it was a shotgun, and donated the gun's worth, which is reported to be, or not, because again, value. She probably shot it a few times, so it probably brings down the value. But she, what she does, which the tweet thread does go into it about how a used gun wouldn't have the original value, which the original value was $1,500. Uh, but yeah, she donated $1,500. She did that, even though she said that she only got $700 for it. She's paying the MSRP as if it was to a charity, and it was a completely virtue signaling move. I mean, if it wouldn't be a virtue signaling move if Mia Khalifa was intending to use that gun to go shoot up a school. You know what I mean? A lot of these moves, turning in your gun or whatever, it you know, it doesn't. It's not gonna prevent another shooting. It's not gonna prevent another psychotic asshole from doing another shooting. Of course, unless you're gonna be that psychotic asshole. So while maybe noble of her to do so, it's not going to stop the next shooting, and it wouldn't have. And if she gave up her gun before, it wouldn't have stopped the Santa Fe shooting. So, and also she just announced to the world that she's no longer armed. So anyone that knows where she lives is just like, here's my gun. No more no more children dead. Like, well, that's just letting everyone else know that you're not armed. That you have no way to protect yourself. It's, and whatever. It's her gun. It's her choice. She can do whatever she wants with it. But I'm just saying, don't try to act. Don't try to act like you're such a good and moral person because you turn in a gun that you acquired lawfully and you had no intention of using to harm any innocent people. That's all I'm saying. It's also exhausting because yes, of course, it's everyone. It's your right to have a gun, but it's just anyone who watched that March for Your Life rally, I don't know if it was just arrogance or maybe it's just the kids. Like kids got kids got overzealous. But they basically said, they basically showed their hand. The left actually showed their hand on this, especially with that one girl, something Tur, the one with like the Velma glasses and the beanie, the blonde one. Well, anyways, she's like, oh, we got the bump stocks. We're gonna, you give us that inch, we're gonna take that mile. Anyone listening, anyone with a brain listening to that, you know what that extra mile is. You know what that mile is. That's complete and utter disarmament and repealing of the Second Amendment. That's what she was talking about. It's not it's the mile. Yeah, she said the inch that we took was the bump stocks. But then what's that mile? It's not some uh it's not that. Oh my god, my brain is. So it's really hard to talk for an hour. Well, right now we're like just shy of 40 minutes, so it's really hard to keep talking. um, Proportional. There it is. Proportional. That mile is not going to be a proportional thing. Bump stocks, and then I don't know, silencers, forward mech, or forward grips. It's going to be all. It's going to be all guns. And I forget where I read it, but there's even like they even I think in the media they even started like changing the language. Before it was like assault rifle. Now it's combat. Like well, like that's so vague and imprecise. A combat weapon could be a baseball bat. It could be a chain. It could be a loaf of salami. A combat weapon. That's so vague and again vague and imprecise. And that's what they want. They want to speak in these vague and imprecise terms so that anyone who so they can so it's like a trap. They use these vague and imprecise words. Oh, you don't want to keep combat weapons used in combat. Well, that's a really vague term because anything can and potentially will be used as a weapon. Oh, so you have to let me know, where is the line? Where is the line? Is it just the bump stocks? Is it just assault rifles, which is again a non-descriptive term? Let's just roll with it. Is it just big black scary guns? I wouldn't mind doing the dance if I knew the steps. I wouldn't mind playing the game if I knew the rules. But again, it's a tactic of the left, make everything as opaque as possible. So you can't see through anything. You can't. It, anyways, speaking of opacity and non-transparent behavior, I guess recently it is being put or it's being put to a vote whether or not or No, no, no. Recently here in Los Angeles, specifically in Koreatown, the city had sanctioned the creation of emergency homeless shelters within Koreatown, and residents aren't happy because because basically the city decided to do this without any consultation or input from the community. Um, they just without telling anybody, without discussing it, without saying, "Hey, we're wondering, how would you guys feel if we opened up some emergency homeless shelters within the neighborhood?" The, the residents of Koreatown were not uh, informed, nor were they solicited for input on this matter. And you can imagine a lot of Korean, a lot of the residents are none too pleased about this. And it goes directly to my point about kind of overreach of government. How could they not consult with the residents, with their constituents, even about something that'll be affecting them? It's uh, I mean, could you imagine if they try to do this in Beverly Hills? Let's say the Beverly Hills City Council decided they were gonna put in homeless shelters, emergency homeless shelters in Beverly Hills, without discussing it with residents. Could you imagine a scenario that? Could you imagine a world where that would have been allowed? Of course not. The people in Beverly Hills would be understandably outraged, and they would protest. Why were we not consulted? This is our neighborhood. We live here. You're going to do something that's going to drastically impact where we live. And also, like, how are we going to pay for these emergency shelters? Does that mean that there's going to be a tax increase to sustain these emergency shelters? Like, what is it going to do to the property value? I, it still is, but I still remember back in the day when Koreatown here in LA was starting to become it was becoming like the Brooklyn, it's becoming the Brooklyn, the West Coast Brooklyn. Back in the day, Brooklyn was like a rough neighborhood, but all of a sudden, uh, people with money started to come in, businesses, restaurants, that and the like, and Brooklyn is now uh, one of the more posh neighborhoods to live in New York. So it was kind of the same thing with Koreatown, and it still kind of is. A lot of businesses, a lot of new residential high rises being built. A lot of money coming into K Town. But now all of a sudden they want to put in a emergency homeless shelter, which will then drastically affect the neighborhood. Maybe because with uh, putting in a shelter where homeless people will congregate, will maybe find off some investors. Maybe uh, maybe someone might not want to open up their business around there because it sucks, but it's just the reality. Where there's homeless, there's more instances of crime. So, and yeah, again, it might scare off potential people from coming in, putting in money into the neighborhood, or even chase some people out because they don't no longer feel safe. So I'm not sure exactly what's been done, but just just yesterday, I got invited to this Facebook group um, called Keep Korea. And I guess the new development in that story is that there's a bill or a proposition to have Koreatown, or like more than 2/3, and redesignate that 2/3 as Bangladesh, Little Bangladesh, or whatever. And there are a lot of different response. There's a lot of different responses to it, a lot of mixed feelings. Um, some of it is how how can you do this? This is our a lot of Koreans get their start in, especially when they come over. It's kind of a way to ease into America, American culture. Um, so for just like any ethnic neighborhood, any big metropolitan city, like Chinatown, Little Italy, Little Tokyo, Little Ethiopia. This neighborhood was more or less given over to Korean immigrants, and Korean immigrants uh, turned it into something great, somewhere that people want to go hang out for the night, or grab a bite to eat, or go out with a night with friends. And it seems a little. At least that's one of the reactions to this proposal. But another on the flip side is it seems like a lot of political maneuvering, because the emergency shelters that the city has proposed is within that 2/3 portion of Koreatown that they want to then split off and redesignate Bangladesh, which it seems pretty shady because they're trying to they're basically using the Bangladeshi community as a shield, and so anyone who kind of speaks up about it uh, would would appear to be against the Bangladeshi community. And I think that is pretty fucked up. Just to be completely transparent, that seems pretty fucked up. Um, first you're going to in put in something without the consent or consultation of the citizens. And now you're going to couch this decision to put in something against maybe the will of the people by kind of propping up another people's group in front of you. So if anyone speaks out against it, it's like, you just denounce them as racist. And I mean, I don't know. maybe the Bangladeshi community here in LA is blown up. And I know that there is a small segment. Uh, there is a small, maybe 2 or 3 square block area within Koreatown that is known as Bangladesh. But I mean, is the Bangladeshi community blowing up that much that they have to, that it warrants 2/3 of Koreatown to be redesignated as Bangladesh town? And it's not as though uh, I'm diminishing or I'm saying that the Bangladeshi community doesn't have a right to expand. But I mean, if it came over naturally, that'd be a completely different thing. Over time, if more Bangladeshi people came in and they started opening up businesses and they started to expand, and like the spirit influence like started to move out from that initial like small like uh, 2 or 3 city block radius. Then of course it'd be only natural to then uh, it'd only be natural to designate that area as Bangladeshi. But this move is not a natural. This move smacks of political maneuver. And that's my only gripe about it, because it doesn't seem natural. Because again, if the Bangladeshi community did start to expand and it was natural, and they started buying up businesses, and the Bangladeshi community kept growing and growing. There's they're supplanting Korean businesses or Korean-owned businesses that have moved on, shut down, or moved on. That'd be a completely different thing, because then they'd just be taking over. Uh, they'd be taking over spots that were already vacated, and like their growth would be a natural one. But then there is an already acknowledged area known as Bangladesh. So we are artificially stimulating the numbers or inflating the numbers. But, I mean, again, I don't know the precise uh, number of the Bangladeshi population, but I think I can say with some certainty that it's not as big as the Korean. So again, I think this move is highly gross, highly offensive. That city government is using one people's group against another one, so that anyone who is speaking out against this, about this supposed like rezoning, it will be called out as a racist. I think there is. I think there is a way to get a vote on this, because I think elections are happening, at least for city stuff, is happening pretty soon, or state stuff. I don't really remember, but I think there is a way. Even if you don't live in Koreatown, there is a way for you to vote. I just saw it really fast before I came on here live. Uh, but I will check it out. I will probably be voting. No, for the rezoning, but only because of the reasons I have listed thus far. I don't think this is natural. I don't think this move to rezone a portion of Koreatown is a natural one, and I think this this redesignation is a couching of them trying to build emergency shelters without the consent of the residents of. So that would be those would be my reasons to vote no for this proposal. If anyone wants to call me out, say that I'm a racist, well, I just gave you my reasons. They don't have anything to do with race. So, well, I was trying to do this. I was trying to do this stream for at least for an actual hour, but I think I've said all I've got to say, and my voice is starting to get tired because this is the most I talk in a given week. Work I work for myself I work for myself, and I'm the boss, so I don't I can't yell at myself for not working hard enough. And I have sometimes very limited interactions with my clients because sometimes I just don't want to. Sometimes the things that my clients ask for, is just like I don't want to deal with. Uh, no, but all my clients are great. All my clients are wonderful. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my clients. But yes, it's very my. You think it's easy just talking continuously for an hour, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Um, oh wow, I can't believe I made it an hour. If you guys could seriously, let me know how I'm doing. Uh, Leave me a comment. Leave, me, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I feel like I'm talking very incoherently, especially when I try to explain things. I tend to start and stop a lot, or start and then try to clarify, and then I get off track of it. So I feel like my thoughts aren't very clear. I like to think that when I explain things, it's like a straight line. I start from here and I just go explain things and it's all clear cut within a within within the line. But maybe that's not the case. Again, I'm just looking for some legitimate feedback and criticism uh, about my performance. Again, maybe I'm just being a little too subconscious and neurotic. Maybe I did fine. Maybe I did great. If that's the case, then no problems. But I would genuinely like some criticism, just so I can better the product. Uh, when I do these live streams by myself, I want to do a good job. I want to present the case. I want to present the argument. I want to present all the facts and be a little bit informative, a little bit entertaining, and but ultimately, I would like to be effective. And with that, filibustering, that little bit of filibustering, we have come to an hour. So yay! Yeah. So that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you for joining me or not. I haven't keeping an eye on the watch counter. There's only been one person. I'm pretty sure that's. But for those of you who watch this after it gets archived, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching up to this point. I hope you were informed and entertained. Don't forget to catch us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Nocturnal transmissions. And also, don't forget to check out our library of other videos, of other podcasts we have. The main podcast, we're trying to figure things out, some stuff out right now. So I don't know exactly when another episode of the main podcast will be happening, but again, our library of videos for the main podcast, I think it's great. We've had some really great guests and conversations, and so if you're so please do check that out. Give us a like, subscribe. Don't forget that little bell notification icon, because subscribing alone, it doesn't even matter anymore. Don't forget to check out Rob's show, Up by Up Down. That'll be dropping this Thursday. Um, and thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Later.